Oh, and we're live.
Yes, we are
Yep.
live now.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, folks. How's your day going, too?
What's up, crewmates? That's you.
Sus.
Oh, my.
So here we are, back in ancient Japan.
Indubitably. I haven't spoiled myself, but I still found it very shocking when we were on the last stream that you had stealth mechanics in an RPG. Not, and I know they do it in some games. Like they had the usual like walk between the mob, predict the NPC, walking between areas, that kind of thing. But this one, it's literally like here's a Kurt, hide behind us.
Yeah. Here's a broken JPEG. Hide behind that. No, it reminded me a little bit of that bit in Breath of the Wild where you're trying to sneak past the Yiga clan with the bananas and all that.
Mm-hmm. Oh my lord!
I need some music.
So it's a Castilla. Also, those mouses look like the ones from Super Smash, or not Super Smash Bros. Mario RPG.
Oh yeah.
Coincidence? I don't know.
I think not.
Storehouse key is inside the storehouse itself. Okay.
Who would think of looking in the storehouse for a store key?
And
Nobody.
happened? Oh, I rather think this would be wasted on me.
Not at all, not at all. My lord is much too
No,
modest.
no, my lord is
Oh,
much
might
too
even
modest.
say the gods
What do you say? The
themselves
god? I keep
GC,
forgetting the
GC.
voice.
alone.
Yeah,
Quiet.
sorry. I apologize. I forgot that they are talking.
Well, if it is not to your liking, I've something else to offer. The item of which we spoke before.
Well, do I recall it? You indulge me too much, you old rascal.
And you flatter me, for mine own appetites pale in comparison to my lord's.
Goodness, you have a lot of hissing coming through.
Really?
Yes.
Fuck, hold on a second. Let me mute. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, good. If it gets obnoxious again, let me know. I'll just recalibrate or something. Oh, by the way, GC, the way you can tell dialogue is spoken is that there's a little speaker symbol next to the dialogue. If it's missing, then I assume it's just...
I saw it. It's the problem was like I forgot this game was voiced when we started streaming it. It just
That's what.
it didn't die. Actually, this is another Twitch.
I can never listen to the Twitch stream while we're on this. I would just end up speech jamming myself.
Yeah, same.
just play all these battles. Thank you, Raikuno, for the subscription.
Oh, thank you.
2 months. Woohoo!
Nice.
A good wolf has cheered 2,000 bits. Thank you, a good wolf.
With a little kissy corgi corgi face. Corgi.
Ninja the first! Ninja the second? Ninja the third? Ninja the fourth? Together.
I don't remember how the hell
we
to
are-
pop out the chat. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Hey! You skipped a step! Ahem. Right. Then, together we are. Go Ninja!
Oh, I can't flee this one. Okay.
Well, you know they say sometimes you just gotta deal with the ninja squad.
It's a scripted event. Can't avoid it.
Now come the fireflies.
Are y'all seeing the hype train message?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, you don't see it? Okay. Maybe it's just on my screen. I wasn't
Someone
sure.
doing this?
Sounds good.
This'll do.
I'm an old Japanese prospector, son.
I don't think they had all Japanese prospectors.
Oh.
Well, maybe the prospects just weren't that good.
Alright. Get out.
Oh, I'll think about it.
How's it going, Stoker?
It's going alright. How y'all doing?
I'm feeling
good.
groovy.
Well, okay, those guys are strong.
Rick's dead.
Aw.
But that's how it is. You live, you die, you live again.
That was, it was, I like how you worked
It was
that
beautiful.
in. It was subtle.
I've been holding that one for like since yesterday.
I felt that all the way down in my
Yeah, that-
gizzard.
I don't know that there were prospectors in Japan, but I think there were Japanese prospectors. Like in the US.
I mean, it's probable.
Well, Japanese, maybe. I honestly think there were probably more Chinese, especially if the Transcontinental Railroad is anything to go by.
Yes, sir.
Jonas is like, yeah, my grandfather worked on that.
Well, no, but I mean, I believe that's why my great grandmother came to California specifically.
Yeah, it was like built from the west by the Chinese and built from the east by the Irish.
And then in the middle, they smooched.
Sure, they did.
Listen, you cannot prove it didn't happen, therefore it obviously did.
No, I won't mess with
In the
your
middle,
family.
they got to kill Native Americans together.
Oh, great.
Now you made me sad.
Way to go, Miller.
Ugh. I hate history sometimes.
Dude, the more you read, the more
Interesting
depressing
to
it
learn
gets.
about it. It's bad to think that that actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously the solution is to just stop learning stuff.
No, the solution is to just forget about all history.
Forget what?
Yeah, if we forget it, then it will never happen again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's totally how
exactly.
it works.
This is why I like learning
Yeah,
about
so
fictional history.
But then I never learned the way Marvel does, or DC even. Or all those other companies.
Shows like Man in the High Castle, are those just AU fanfics for reality?
I mean, kind of. That's the entire alternative history genre.
Genre. Le genre.
Le Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jacques Legendre. I don't know.
Anyway, what were we saying?
I have no idea. We just had like a one of our many super ADD moments. Sorry, go on, GC.
It sounded like you were going Jean-Claude Van Damme there, but then it just went off the rails.
Yeah, as it does.
If he wanted to be... No, I need to say that in Pinky's voice. If he wanted to be more family-friendly, shouldn't he be called Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I don't get it.
Jean-Claude Van Darn?
Oh, you did a thing there. Nice.
See, it's funny because damn is a swear.
Mm-hmm.
I bumped my keyboard for extra emphasis.
Very good.
Very good, sir.
Jonas,
So
there's
over
this...
here, he's got his own soundboard, and it's just banging things near his microphone.
Yeah, basically. Stoker's got his own soundboard. It's just banging things. I mean, what?
All right, fuck.
Jonas, there's this game I've been playing lately to fill some downtime. That there's a character in it that makes me think of you every single time.
Why is that?
Because she's ridiculous on many, many levels. Makes me think of a few people I know. So, just to full disclaim, get this out there right off the bat. This is an idle game like dating simulator / hentai thing, okay?
Stoker.
Yes,
Wait, when you say idle, you say IDLE or IDOL?
IDLE in this case.
Okay.
An idle dating sim.
Yes, I will be dating Ganesh. But no, like it's just a stupid. It's one of those like super time wasty things.
Stoker's like, it's stupid and sexy. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
It's very
I
silly.
feel like
It's
Stoker.
very silly. It's very silly. So I enjoy it quite a bit because I'm a silly person. Okay. Don't know if y'all have noticed, but I'm a silly person. Okay, just a silly little Billy. Okay.
Silly Willy Billy Willy.
Anyway, the hell was I talking about? So
Jonas.
one of the
Oh, jeez. Okay, actually, go
one
ahead.
of the girls that I have quote unquote met in this game. This is so dumb. Her name is Bearverly. Bearverly. B-E-A-R Verly.
Is she a bear?
Yes, she's literally just a bear with like lipstick and a dress on.
Look,
I'm not
Japanese
talking like
game,
a furry
okay?
character. I'm talking.
No, I mean, come on.
Bear.
You know anime would pull that kind of shit just at random, okay?
And she's fully voice acted. And all of her dialogue is like, Beverly says this!
Wow, that's how she sounds, like a mother.
Yes! That's exactly how she sounds! That is not in the least bit exaggerated. And that's why I think of you.
Just shaking my head. Shaking
This is the kind of shit you would pull.
Yeah.
I'm sure that later on she turns into like a sexy anime girl or something, but frankly I'm really enjoying her in her current incarnation as like a screechy Muppet creature.
Wow. What's this name called
She
again?
is the ultimate Harkness test.
She's the ultimate Harkness test. Oh, Ashley V Gaming knows the game I'm talking about.
Oh, I found
without
it.
me even dropping the title.
I found it. Wow, this is amazing. What
You
is
found
this?
her?
Well, I searched based on the name spelling, and
Beverly.
that's
You found her, huh?
yeah.
Isn't she beautiful?
I don't know what to think anymore. They should have been like this. God, I could think. They should be like this in all furry games.
See, I looked this up, and there's like a wiki for it, and the very first thing it shows, it's like human form. It's like, oh.
Yeah, no,
I don't
they're
want
cowards.
to know that's a thing.
They're cowards. I knew they would do that. But
I'm gonna just hold on. I need to find a link to Bearverly here. That's work safe.
I just can't.
Why are you a monster? Why have you done this?
It's just.
Bearverly.
I love when these kinds of things are fully aware of their nonsense.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm looking at quickly scanning over the wiki page. It doesn't seem to be anything explicit here, so I'm gonna link it in
I mean,
chat.
this thing is pretty mild as far as these kinds of games go.
Okay.
View at your own discretion.
Rick, let us know if you need us to stop.
Well, I mean, hold on. Twitch's rules are if there's nudity or sex, if it's part of the game, then it's okay.
Really?
If it's there because of well, it's not like you can't have like pornographic games, but it's just like, you know, in like The Witcher or something, if somebody has their tits out, but it's not anything like, pornographic about it, that's fine.
What if the dialogue specifically like emphasizes it constantly, like, yes, that's a very good argument, but what about my ass hanging out right here? Did you think of that?
Then that sounds
I
like a
don't
game
know.
that Stoker wrote.
Like, it has nothing to do with anything. It's just like...
I mean,
Not
for the
like
most
this.
part, it doesn't have a lot to do with anything, right? I feel like games like The Witcher always get a pass just because they're popular and people want to stream them.
Yes, and we also want to see Geralt's lovingly defined butt cheeks. That's just how life is.
Why are you showing me your ass? It's cursed. This is where the curse is.
I mean, if it's a Japanese game, yeah, the curse is inside the anus.
Oh my god.
I've been cursed with dummy thickness.
So apparently for Elden Ring, I think did I talk about this before, the character Dung Eater? He's
Beg
a character that... So there's a character in Elden Ring, which is the From Software, the guys who make Dark Souls. They made a game earlier this year called Elden Ring with George
Yes.
R.R. Martin as the main writer.
Oh, is that his connection to Elden Ring?
Yes.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't have expected him to be the programmer.
There's a character named Dung Eater, and the idea is he goes around and kills people basically for the enjoyment of it, and then he, quote-unquote, desecrates their corpses.
Wow.
Now, but people looked into this, and basically it's sort of a translation thing. It is not that he literally goes and eats their poop or something. It is that in Japanese sort of yokai mythology, the human soul is stored in an organ that's inside the anus, and in certain stories, if you like lean over while a yokai is near you, they can reach in, grab your soul, and steal it. So the idea is this Dung Eater guy is killing people and then taking their souls so they cannot be reincarnated.
This is starting to give me Bubba Hotep flashbacks.
By the way, because you mentioned George R.R. Martin, I just gotta say, he looks like an old sea captain. Okay,
He does look like an old sea captain.
Like, you look at me and be like, oh, yes, I wrote Game of Thrones, so I did, laddie.
I've been chasing that Lannister across the seven seas for 40 years now.
You don't like me literary style, you can walk the plank.
He's the Scotty of Game of Thrones. That's what I'm starting to feel like now.
Har har har.
Arr.
Oh, there's nothing here but this missing PNG. Must be fine.
I'm just curious, okay, this Crash game, would this be
Yeah.
Twitch suitable or no?
Okay, you can play it without. There's a version with
I'm hearing no.
NSFW. Hang on. There's a version with NSFW content and a version without NSF. There's a version with titties and a version without titties. I can't talk, apparently. So the free version doesn't give you nudity. You have to buy or download a patch to patch the nudity in.
See.
Obviously,
apparently quite literally.
Obviously, that was the first thing I did, but if you wanted to stream it, you could just do the straight up safe for work version. Yes.
I don't particularly want to. I was just curious.
You really want that hot Beverly content, don't you?
I just like anything where you've
I
got
seem to be finding a giant koi now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That is
Don't be coy about it.
It's just gonna slap you.
See, now we got on like Japanese mythology and From Software, and now I look at that, I'm just like, oh yeah, like the giant fish in Sekiro. Because that was also like a Japanese mythology thing. Because of course, everything in Sekiro is Japanese mythology.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Everything in general is Japanese mythology.
My favorite thing.
The universe is a weeb.
Well, no, but like one of my favorite things is when like anime like picks and chooses American, like, well, not American, Western mythology, and like it gets weird. Like they've got like the Hebrew Tree of Life and Evangelion is just this random thing popping up in the sky. You know,
I love the official explanation that what's his name, Hirano.
This goes back around. Okay.
Had for that too. They're like, why'd you choose all this?
Evangelion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hideaki Anno.
Yeah.
Who's Hirano? Is that the Helsing guy? I'm thinking of someone who exists, unless he doesn't.
Here.
The hell was I saying? Oh yes,
like a Lord Takeshi's Castle trap manor.
Wait, who's the other reed there? Well, whatever.
What? I didn't know.
An enemy of some kind.
An enemy patrolling the water.
Oh, okay. It was like what's going on there?
Snorkel stealth.
They were told
Anyway.
to control waters instead of, like a normal person standing at the water's edge and looking out over it. They're doing that.
No. All right.
He was asked about the meaning behind the symbolism and everything, and why he chose like the angelic and kabbalistic stuff, and like he was just like, I don't know, I thought it looked cool, and I never thought it'd be seen outside Japan.
That's fair. It was the 90s.
Yep, sounds about right.
Places.
I'm entirely
sprawling really quickly.
I'm entirely in favor of doing of this approach, for the record, because I mean it's literally what Western media does with any kind of spooky and exotic.
Yeah,
like,
sure. I mean, God, Orientalism.
Like freaking Temple of Doom, anyone?
Yeah. I look back on that and it's like, okay, yeah.
I've already been in here.
I'm trying to think of any other times where like Easterners have done that to Western histories or mythologies, or Westerners have done it to Easter ones. Like the first one that comes to mind is the one where it's like Jesus and Buddha are roommates.
I love that concept so much, though. I want to see more of it.
Okay, well, I mean, The Matrix borrows heavily from like Wire Fu Hong Kong stuff.
Wire Fu Hong Kong stuff.
Quentin Tarantino has knowingly dipped into the well a lot, and he's not even subtle about it. Tori Hanzo.
Right. Tarantino's not subtle about most things. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like his fetishes.
Yeah.
Did someone
Concealing
say
those.
Toes?
Concealing that would be quite a feat.
Get out. There's the door. Get out. Get out. You're on notice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I not towing the line?
Stop.
So you
Jonas,
just stomp
don't be,
yourself before somebody stomps you.
Jonas, don't be such a heel.
Oh shit. I'm pointing a stern finger at you. I'm shaking that finger. That's how it goes, okay? Why don't you shake your foot instead there?
It won't fit.
I'm
Jonas is
sorry,
just gonna
could you...
stretch his arm across the entirety of America to put his fingers on your lips, Stoker, and shush you.
Yeah.
So romantic.
There's the bell.
Oh god, now chat's in on it.
I know that it's Rick P. Griffin, but it with it being called Rick PG Paw, it almost sounds like there'd be like a non-PG Paw.
Rick Arpaw.
Yeah, it's
Oh, Stoker, did you ever
No,
play?
yeah, it was for
Suikoden?
video games. I guess it would be what, X?
What'd you say, GC?
Did you ever play Suikoden 2?
No, I never played any of the Suikoden, Suikoden, however you pronounce them. I never played any of those.
Sweet coding games.
Yeah, the sweet coding games.
Yeah,
You know,
man, I love
just-
me some human resource machine, them sweet coding games.
See the coding on that game? That shit is sweet.
Not fighting anybody is just gonna be the thing, huh?
I mean, you're a ninja. You're supposed to be like a rogue, not a warrior.
I'm a ninja. It's your birthday.
Oh my god, it's been a
Part
hot
of the-
minute since I've thought of that one.
Part of the intro thing was talking about whether or not you would kill people or try to avoid them. So
Is this in real life or in the game?
Yes.
I
In the
mean, I
intro to
started
life.
avoiding them. It seems like I can't actually catch up now.
I could tie a rope here to.
I have another hook and rope, so that. You can actually cross that while it's up.
I think you can. I think you have enough time to go across one block wide gaps.
Shinobi wrist guard.
One of the things
Already
you can
have
do.
one.
One of the things you can do in this
you
game
have 2 wrists though.
is
Only
you
wear one.
only
Use
wear
that,
one wrist.
Stylish asymmetry that JRPGs always go for.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but there's vampires in Suikoden. And today I was playing it, and I realized I've come across a vampire-heavy section. And I said, wait a minute, this is something Stoker might want to see. So I posted the Discord in case you want to know.
Oh yes, I will definitely take a look at that.
That bat's got some bug eyes.
Shuriken. Okay.
You're a
Is-
bat with some bug eyes.
Is the white bat the vampire girl? Like, is that her alternate
Yes.
form? Okay.
When she's low in health or she gets knocked
Oh,
out,
she's
she
cute.
she turns into a bat when she has no health.
She's so cute.
Sucker's like, I'm new to this game now for no specific reason.
But she's cute. Listen.
Who of us hasn't started playing a game just because it had a cute furry in it?
Listen, I have just met her, but if anything happened to her, I would kill everyone and then myself.
She does look kind of dead in that last picture there. Sorry. R.I.P.
Well, I got a job to do. Hold still, Jonas.
Oh.
I like
Where
how it
I-
starts with
I
Jonas.
might as well.
He's earned the right.
I like how this is like a thing for me. They're like, GC's not. He goes, hey, you want to see this thing I know you'll like in the game? Chuck. It's like I should make yarn balls out of this. Hey, Miller, you don't
should.
like this game? Miller, you don't like this game? Yoink.
When people recommend games to me, they think I would like it's usually the games either have a raccoon in it or like an 8-bit aesthetic or like a synthwave aesthetic or all of those.
You know, I was looking through my Steam library and being just like, have I ever bought a game because I had cute furries in it? Haven't been that attached to the furry fandom. And then I saw Dust and Elysian Town, and I'm like, nope, that one.
Match on the buttons!
God, I love Fidget. Oh, she's been gone for too long. Where are you, my beautiful wife?
Oh, geez, I looked away for a second, and Rick's going around as a mouse.
Wait,
It
what?
happens. Rick's a mouse.
So he
It's not
is.
a mouse.
Oh, never mind.
No, you're just crawling on his stomach.
You looked away
Like
for
a
a second
mouse.
and then misinterpreted a cutscene.
Oh.
Oh. Shoot.
Listen, in my
and
head
Owlboy.
canon,
Owlboy was also a game I bought because it had cute furries in it.
in my head canon, that's still a mouse. And you can't argue with me because my head has a cannon on it.
Rick, if you like traditional 2D platformers,
on.
you should play Owlboy.
Wait, did you just die?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
No, worse.
calm
He's
down.
been captured.
I didn't even know that didn't have edge protection.
Games I played only because cute furries.
I played Starbound because it had an avian species.
I was immediately drawn to Star Fox because, Star Fox.
I admit I got into Star Fox because I wanted to know what was up with Crystal. And the way it was,
Boy,
Like,
did I ever want to know what was up with Crystal.
like, where were they going with this? Of course, is she going to be a love interest, or is she just going to be, like, a main character in the series, in a sense, like, she's, I don't know.
They didn't
I just
do
want to
enough
know.
with her.
They did not do her very much justice.
They
no.
could have done more, and they basically, like, it's like they didn't quite know what to do with her.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess technically, since Nintendo's weird when it comes to characters that weren't created by them, but that they own the rights to because IP shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's one of the reasons why we haven't seen the Kremlings in the Donkey Kong Country games since the Rare days, basically.
Right. No, I know. It's just kind of like, it's like, okay, she has a story, but we're not going to tell you anything more about it.
She has a story, but it's a secret. You don't get to hear about
She's
it.
a princess in the castle now. Go get her.
It's a story. Fox is gonna love her.
Yeah.
She's gonna
Crystal
smash
had a
those
story,
stuff.
and then they threw away the entire plot to Dino Planet.
Yeah, basically.
Stupid too.
Well, they
They love you.
yeah, I mean, they obviously wanted to, like, take... Well, did they use any assets from the original game? I don't think they did in the end, did they?
I mean,
I'm not
Crystal
sure.
is literally the same character in both games.
She doesn't look the same. Her original design is actually different.
Oh.
I
If you
wouldn't
look
say
it up, you'll
I guess
see.
I'm misremembering. I remember seeing the concept art for the original pitch, but I thought I remember Crystal looking basically the same.
No, here, let me pull the old, like, the proto models. 1 second.
You're a pro
Here's-
model.
All right, look.
I looked at the older and the newer models. I'm not gonna lie, she didn't look too different, but species-wise, I think she was what was she in the original Dino
I
Planet
think she
game?
was a cat in the original, if you want to know the truth. I think she was honestly supposed to be a cat.
Yeah, I think you're right. Here, let me drop it in the stream chat.
Solana Robo, I've heard that's good.
There, that's her original design.
No, that's still Fox, but well, maybe it is.
Where'd
I'm
you
not
drop
sure.
it, Jonas? I don't see it.
In the stream chat.
No,
The-
so he dropped it in the voice channels chat.
Yeah, sorry, the voice chat. The voice chat. You know what I mean.
Just put it in the Twitch chat so everyone can see it.
There's the bell.
Very well. But I think that, like, there was an actual early build of the game that either got leaked or reconstructed or something. And it was They changed a lot. Like, I think originally it was going to be for N64.
Yeah, it was. Hang on, I'm looking for. This isn't the picture of her that I was thinking of.
You thinking of the 2D concept art?
Yeah.
That's the one I saw where it's like the main character, her, and then I think it was her father was like the mentor character.
Either her father or brother, I don't remember.
Her brother. Her brother.
He's like her father or grandfather. He looks way older.
There it is. That's the one I was looking for. Of course, it'd be on R-Wingpedia or whatever.
Yeah.
There it is. This is the one I was thinking of.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, maybe she's still a fox in that one. She looks sufficiently vulpine that I could believe that she's supposed to be like a vixen.
Aww.
But then, like, the General Scales' army looks exactly the same.
Yeah, they weren't changed that much. Yeah. Not terribly surprising to me. I mean, there wasn't really much reason to change them.
No.
Only reason they changed Crystal was because they wanted her to be more overt furry bait, I guess. Like,
they needed her design to be more in line with Fox's.
Yes.
Yeah.
They really did specifically make her sexier. Like, that was one of the instructions that Nintendo gave to Rare, so...
Well, they want her to be a
NOA or NOJ?
NOJ. Nodge.
Huh.
Nodge.
Nodge?
Nodge.
Nodge.
Nodge Podge.
Nintendo of Japan. I was saying Nintendo of America or Nintendo of Japan, because Nintendo of America will usually make requests for that kind of stuff, right? They're also the people who say, like, oh, Kirby needs to be angry on every game cover.
He's one tough cream puff.
Yeah, because him angry is so much more intimidating.
God.
I'm pretty
Makes
sure.
me think of how, do you remember how Dr. Robotnik used to look on the old American Sonic Genesis covers?
Vaguely?
The
Like, he was-
super round one, or
Like for Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Well, I don't think he was on the cover of Sonic 1, but for Sonic 2 and 3, like he had like he was always this super angry, like intense face, and instead of having his little black glasses on, his eyes were just like these endless pools of darkness.
oh yeah.
It's just funny to me.
You can't just have fun characters. They have to be like intense and cool. Otherwise, children won't want them to be bought.
Hey, that was just 90s, 90s America. Everybody was extreme, and they had their hats up backwards and the fluorescent, and then the juice boxes and the skateboards.
The what boxes, Jonas?
The juice boxes and the skateboards.
Okay, I'm glad you repeated it.
Did you hear juke boxes?
No, that's not what I heard the first time he said it. He kind of slurred it together a little bit and sure sounded like something else.
Right back.
The cooch boxes?
Okay,
No.
whoa.
Though, where do you find those? The joke is Stoker's always horny.
No, you find those at your local...
Everyone knows it's Stoker.
Find those at your local gender reassignment center. You can get some of those. You can get some D boxes. Just whatever you want. Stick it on.
I am sure there are a lot of people who really wish it were that easy.
Oh yeah, just getting an addictomy.
Ray.
Hell.
There's the bell.
I can't take you people anywhere.
Yeah.
I say as I'm the one who most regularly makes the most obscene jokes.
Spin away.
The fuck were we talking about?
I don't know.
Dinosaur Planet.
Yeah.
Games we got for furry characters.
We got spoken dialogue.
Very well. Spin away.
He's called the 100 spins man, so we need to do this 100 times. No,
Oh
probably not.
no.
What fun it is to spin and spin and spin.
Oh, yes.
I have no idea what any of this is about.
I couldn't bear another spin.
Oh, yes, you could.
If it's a spin you want.
Round and round I go.
What fun it is to.
Okay.
Wait, go back to her and say, reveal yourself.
That
Was that not something that does a thing?
No more spins. Reveal yourself.
A lucky guess.
Not gonna make a joke that I'm thinking about. Not gonna make the joke.
Stoker's like entire aura is just that nudge, nudge, wink, wink emoji.
It's just him being like, yeah, baby.
I'm not gonna say it, but
Tell
I'm
me
thinking
about
it.
your cooch boxes and revealing yourself.
God.
I feel as though I am being subtly mocked somehow.
Look, this is getting you back for that one time you called me fastidious on stream.
I don't even remember doing that, but it sounds like a thing I'd do.
I do. It is like burned into my heart. I cannot remember. I cannot forget it.
Miller's sworn vengeance.
I don't know why that has stuck with me for like months. I just remember you saying that and being just like, oh, do I come off as annoying? Oh.
No, that's not. What was I?
Because I think we were
Drawing
saying
a
like
blank.
our desks are messy or something, and I was just like, Stoker, you've seen my desk. What did you think? And you're just like, you were fastidious. And I'm just like, oh, does he think I'm like
No,
or annoying?
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just meant that it was neat and tidy.
Stoker,
Everything that my desk is not.
Stoker, why you big jerk?
Oh, no, it's fun.
Why you gotta kick Miller's dog?
Is he named his dog Football?
Looks better than naming my dog Milk Steak.
What's the
Yeah.
worst name? What's the worst name you give a dog?
Cat.
I mean, you probably don't name it. Either you don't name it or you give it some kind of a number. Would be like the worst thing.
Like ration or
What was the name of that dog from Excel Saga who was like the emergency food?
Oh, Menchie.
God.
Menchie.
Yes.
Oh, freaking Excel Saga.
There's the bell.
And how every episode ended with
Very
Menchie
well.
barking out that sad little song over the credits about how someday he was gonna get eaten. Oh, fuck. That was a good show. Actually, I never finished watching it though. I never saw. I know that the conclusion is rather infamous, but I never actually saw it.
I saw
I can't
like
remember how far I got. In fact,
I saw it a long time ago, and I think I like blotted it out of my mind.
oh, the finale of Excel Saga.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally, the end of the show is called Going Too Far, and they specifically made it so that it would be unairable on Japanese TV.
Awesome.
They're just like, we're gonna do all the things.
You know, I would be like, man, Japanese animation. But then again, we're the country that had Super Jail and like Squidbillies, and you know, I mean, we really don't.
Back on Excel Saga for 1 second. Going too
Yeah.
far. This episode involves deliberately putting in too many things too unfit to air on TV. In fact, it's a minute too long to air on TV station.
I didn't know that. That's perfect. That's the icing on the cake.
So it had to be released on DVD.
I love that. That's just that's a powerful energy.
What were we talking about right there?
We're talking about Excel Saga.
Ah,
If you've never heard of it, GC, it's this very strange 2000s anime.
Really? I thought it was like late 90s.
Was it 90s? Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. It's every now and then I'm wrong. I
No,
deserve
I mean-
to be corrected for those occasions.
I got no.
Technically both.
Oh,
Aha! It straddled the line.
Yeah, it started in 1999 and ended in 2000.
I saw it, I think around 2004 or so at my friend's house when I first moved up to the Bay Area, and I didn't know what the hell I was seeing. You know, like, yeah.
Episode 1. Il Palazzo desires to exterminate the world's manga artists.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. They begin with Excel trying to kill the creator of Excel Saga, don't they? Yeah, it's basically it's one of those like super absurdist shows, which is a parody of everything in Japan's pop culture, in its anime pop culture at the time. So some of the references at this point are so dated that they become even more incomprehensible.
Like, you watch shows like that, and you want to ask the creator, like, so are you actually okay? I mean, is everything all right? Do you want to talk about it?
I guess the more modern or more recent one would be like Bobobo.
Yeah, that's the closest show I could compare it to in terms of tone.
No, the most recent one I would think of would be like Pop Team Epic.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good example too.
I haven't seen that
Of
one.
like just
Freaking Pop Team
absolute
Epic.
absurdism.
Oh, this.
Yeah,
I've
you've
seen-
probably seen the characters in like the little 4-panel strips.
Yeah,
and,
I've
but you didn't
seen-
know there was an anime then made about it.
I'm not surprised at all. I mean, Jesus Christ.
No, he's in the Saint Young Man anime.
I can't even.
See, every time I see like a screen cap of Saint Young Men, they're like in their apartment, and it always looks the same as the apartment from One Punch Man, and I keep being like, Saitama's gonna go to this next door neighbor one day, and it's just gonna be Jesus there.
And
I
then
can
they
see
get
it.
in a fight.
No, they can't get into a fight. That'll start several religious debates.
I thought you were gonna say it starts
If you
Armageddon.
thought, if you thought
I mean,
Christians
it might.
were annoying, I bet you can't wait for the anime Christians.
yeah. I was gonna say it's not the sneak peeks of One Punch Man.
Amazing Grace.
Okay, now is that animated? Is that Christian characters in anime or Christians who are into anime?
The latter.
Listen, I mean, there is an entire meme about having the power of Jesus in anime on your side.
That makes me think of like the Sonic with the Bible thing.
My response, I always liked the response meme where it's like, well, I have the power of Satan and hentai on my side.
Nice. Again, Rick, if you need us to quiet down, please feel free.
Yes, Rick, if you need us to be less rowdy, please feel free to tell us. I mean, we won't stop, but feel free to tell us.
Rick is like the patient dad driving the car.
Rick's just
He
sitting
like
there
took
at
out an
the steering
8-track
wheel.
tape, put it in the car radio, and plugged in some headphones, and he's just like on his own right now.
He's just like the dad who doesn't know what the kids are talking. Well, I mean, he totally knows what we're talking about, but he's just like, well, at least it's not drugs.
He's like, at least I think it's not drugs. God, I hope it's not drugs.
Excel, and he's like furiously googling it.
Be at peace.
God,
And all he's getting
You
is
like
results for, like,
Beverly? She's like a third-tier waifu.
I'm putting Pop Team Epic on my watch list.
Oh
yeah,
my
well, you
God.
know what? They're putting you on their watch list, Jonas.
Oh, shit.
They probably would.
Guy's still looking.
One of the things you can do in the Crush game is you literally just like click on the girls, and it you can get like hearts from them or funny reactions depending on where you are with them.
Mm-hmm.
And like they say things, and you click on Beverly at this point, and she's just like, you have tickled Beverly.
It's amazing.
I do it every single time.
So we really do need to get you a compressor.
Listen, the problem with my audio is probably that, like, I need Jonas or someone who knows what they're doing to come.
You need
physically set
a
it up.
compressor. So you don't peak every time you do that kind of stuff.
Didn't we calibrate you?
We calibrated and recalibrated and re-recalibrated. I just have something of an awkward setup. Like, the microphone is super high quality. Like, I have a professional grade mic here. But the setup is very awk.
Oh, that's right. You've got like a Rodeo or something.
Yeah, it's an NT1-A.
Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants. But yeah, no. I wonder if there's. I'm looking now. I'm looking to see if there's like an inline compressor you can get. Although I don't know what that would do. Yeah, there sure is. As long as you don't mind paying a lot of money.
How much is a lot of money?
Let's see. Well, I'm seeing a nice. Oh, you can use that. That's like a rack unit.
Buy love X.
Yeah, thank you. No, it's like I've seen one that's like $300, but
Oh, that's actually. I mean, that's not great, but it's actually less than I thought you might say.
Yeah.
There's one for like 500.
Like, oh, like a really good microphone? Yeah, that's probably going to be like 750.
Well, no, Stoker has a good mic. He needs, you know, like I was looking at like a standalone compressor unit because.
Yeah, like I said, my microphone is absurdly high quality for what I'm doing with it, which is, you know, screaming and Beverly impressions. But every time I think about it. She's so
mad, man.
dumb. It's so dumb. Oh, God help me.
Every time you think about Beverly, she thinks about you.
Oh, that touches my heart.
Thinks about what your insides would taste like. You should just like took them out a little bit.
Just a little bit.
As a treat.
You can't go over the top. It's just a little love mall.
Look, I just want a little nibble of your liver, okay? Just a little.
Everybody loves a little liver.
That is easy for you to say.
You're like, it's
And
easy. You
only for you to say.
You don't have to deliver the liver.
Okay,
Liver lover.
listen, you. Listen, you.
Where the ball's the advanced story item. Yeah, that's what I wondered as well.
Deliver
the liver to your liver lover. How you doing, chat?
Hello, chat.
How do we How have we not completely lost Rick's audience at this point?
I think they love us.
See if we can alienate everyone 100%. Stoker's gonna talk about a freeware hentai game where you can date a bear.
Beverly is thinking about getting perm.
Yep, she says that. She says that.
The Armello dating sim isn't ever going to happen.
Oh,
yes,
that
it will.
hurts my heart.
I hold in my heart that it will eventually happen, and you know
The
what?
10th anniversary. That'll be it.
Then I'll catch you
I
from the
finished
door.
27 and I finished my Haven Celestia game, and there is still no Armello dating sim. I am making the Armello dating sim.
No. Yeah, I mean, like, I would say, just do the HC dating sim. Make that happen. Make it everything you want. Like, just make that everything you wanted Heart Mellow to be.
Like, do you play as Gerd and you have like every female person available to you to date?
I don't. I would say no.
And
You know
that's
what I would say?
basically the story.
I would say make it an OC. Like, in fact, what I would say is, aside from naming the OC, you get to choose the gender and some of the appearance stuff. Like, do they have spots? Do they have, et cetera, et cetera.
Do they have swindiggle higgles?
And then just
What?
a mockable Sarsik's head or some shit.
You people are obsessed with Sarsik's head.
Greg started it. It's Greg's fault.
Mm-hmm.
7's ago.
You tell. Oxford.
I always enjoyed saying that myself.
So yeah, again, I always say Greggle because my dyslexia reads the 7 as an L and then also puts it at the end.
Greggle.
Ow.
Greggle.
Greggle
Sounds
sounds
like
like
be a really depressing dating sim given the whole lore of being on an arc ship.
Well, okay. I mean, maybe like, go ahead.
Ship dating, ship down.
Yeah.
Does Greggle play Peggle?
Maybe make it like an OC that's able to. Oh, I mean, I don't know how realistic this is, but an OC that can travel to the different tech worlds.
Really expected you to say an OC that can travel through time.
Oh, I got it.
You're
like the personal assistant or something of one of the Kraken commissioners.
There
so
you
you
go,
go with them whenever they go to the different ships. But your commissioner is also a dating option.
Oh God.
You could just date them instead of trying to find somebody when you're visiting the ships.
That's. But how would that work, Miller? You can't. How would two characters of such great size difference?
I'm just
Listen,
saying,
everything is possible
fetishes
with
that
love.
exist.
I was gonna say everything is possible with love and a stepladder.
And maybe a snorkel.
Maybe a snorkel.
I'm looking at the height chart again.
Yep, everybody, even the
Real
tallest
big.
other
Make
creatures is still ranked amongst the
Protagonist of
mean.
Visa.
No, the protagonist would probably be a wrinkle. It'd be the only way to make their like xenophilia not be weird.
Joke's on you, I'm into that.
But yeah, I would play all that game.
So maybe it'd be an interesting option to be like, hey, you're also allowed to be ace, right? You're a wrinkle. Everyone assumes you're going to be interested in sex. But maybe you aren't. Maybe that's a path you get to choose. You still get to say something strongly.
Like a kryptonic dating sim. God,
Did you say kryptonic
I said
dating
queer
sim?
platonic.
Okay, it sounded like you said kryptonic, and I was like, Superman dating sim?
No, but like, what's the name of the snake species?
In league with the enemy.
What's
The Sars or something?
The Sarith. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it was like Greg or maybe it was Greg. Somebody told me that they don't have like relationships, like something like that. Like they're not. There wouldn't be any way to date them, or something to that effect. I'd have to like go and.
They
look it
don't
up
really
this way.
have.
One.
monogamous relationships, even like non-romantic ones.
Yeah.
They don't really have like one-on-one relationships. It's all about the group.
There's also biological issues, like the Anip are like bromine based, and that that would be. I feel like the any liquid.
Look, it's fine, man. The sizzling sensation is there for your pleasure.
I mean, well,
It burns so good.
I mean, bromides are not nice. Fine.
At least I didn't kill me immediately.
Or you have the my species, the Runians, which are like chlorine.
Are they?
I'm sure chlorine is fine. I'm sure everyone can breathe chlorine. There's absolutely no problems whatsoever.
Now, so they use chlorine for like
They have like chlorine traces in their air.
like like energy. Okay.
But I did that specifically because it actually makes them more compatible with the Anop, because bromine and chlorine are very similar in the like periodic table, so they can actually breathe each other's air somewhat easily.
Know what else they can do together?
No, Stoker, what can they do? I don't know.
They can prepare their taxes at H&R Block.
That would require them being considered people first instead of property.
Well, does it really though?
No. Do slaves ever have to pay taxes? Is that a thing?
I mean, I'm sure someone's done it. And I'm not talking about
It seems
the
like a thing the
fiction.
Romans would come up with, that slaves have to pay their own taxes somehow.
Oh no! That's something the Americans would come up with. don't put such barbarous behavior onto the Romans.
Different than I don't know.
Yeah, they were closer to indentured servitudes. They did not serve for life, and they were compensated. They had like a minimum wage, basically.
Yeah. European chattel slavery was way worse than the slavery of antiquity.
Like I'm trying to think of like, wasn't it there was some like, there was a class of people who would like get called on by the government to like do public work sort of things, and there'd be like a rotation of it or something.
I don't know.
Probably.
We're making a road, so all of these people come along, and then we'll make something else, and then these people go do that.
See, if civilization is to believe, then all of your legionaries made the roads.
Sure.
Because that was always their thing, is they're your regular foot soldiers, but they can also make infrastructure.
I mean, they did. They did.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. As armies marched, they would just like make roads.
And that's why all
Well,
the
not
roads
as
led
they
to Rome.
marched, I mean.
Well, you mean like paved roads or just
Yes, they were the Roman highway that they built.
Oh.
And the Roman concrete, which we still can't copy today, and has stood over 2,000 years.
We know how they built it.
Oh, do we know how?
Yes, we know how they built it. We just don't build it that way because that's significantly over-engineering the problem.
I know how they built it. Thanks to a little program on the History Channel called Ancient Aliens.
Didn't you like wasn't it was like multi-layered, right? Like there was a bunch of aliens.
Yeah, it was multi-layered. There, yeah.
Like there was
multi-layered aliens. Sorry, go on. I didn't mean to aliens all over your speech.
Stoker, you thoroughly alienated me.
This is where we both get the top hat and the cane and dance on stage.
Come out with the crook and just pull you both off.
Sure, why not? There's Japanese stuff that I don't understand happening.
That's the video game experience in a nutshell, isn't it?
Or are we being trained to no?
No.
Fuck. Why did that make me laugh?
If I don't advance this text box, I can't fall.
Oh, it's like Looney Tunes rules.
I was gonna say, no. See, the thing that sprung to mind was that's like a Deltarune thing.
This sends me back to the bottom of the castle again.
Oh no! Are you? Do you have to do it all over again? Oh, by the way, Stokes, I linked you to that compressor.
Oh, okay. Well, hello, baby. I thought I heard you coming. I heard the soft creeping of little kitty paws.
You ever get that thing where like the cat like makes like a really like plaintive meow, like,
yes,
and then but then you look at her and she's just looking at you impatiently like, why didn't that work, human?
What part of meow do you not understand?
It's like you know they work on it until they get it just right. Like humans experience guilt. I have to exploit this.
Yeah, 100%. Sometimes I just literally don't know what she wants, and she won't tell me.
Have you tried sending her to school so she'll be literate?
Cat school.
Maybe you'd be better to understand her then.
Listen. She's already very literate. Litter.
Yeah, we heard you the first time.
You're gonna say something like cat. I can't send her to cat school. Cat tuition is such a awful.
Okay.
It is though. It's a problem. Oh, I love when you put your little hand up to say hi. And here I am calling it a hand.
Greg would roast you alive. He absolutely hates when anybody says hand in any Haven Celestia story. He's like, no, paw, every time.
Well, okay, but...
Yes, Jonas?
So, what happens if they have to say handle it?
Poddle it.
They poddle it.
No, they don't say every pony.
Or, okay.
Like that.
Okay, now what if someone has to do a handoff?
Then they have to do a...
Yes.
Am I gonna be made to say it? Am I gonna be made to say it in front of the whole class?
I mean, what if someone has to write shorthand?
I can't believe you, Jonas. I can't
no!
believe you do this.
Oh no, said Gert. I have to blow my nose. If only he had a handkerchief. Should I stop?
You're a monster,
It's just like
Jonas.
being like, oh, they raised their hands. He's just like, no, they raised their paws. And people are just like, okay, but what if I say like they raise their feet? Do I also need to say they raise their paws? He's like, no, feet are feet.
This feels like a double standard.
It's because like we don't really have a good other word for it. You could say for like the four-legged character. Yeah, for like the four-legged characters, you could say hind paw.
What if you have a character that's handicapped? Is it
or paw?
Podcast? Is it a podcast?
Jonas.
What? Am I a jerk?
No.
I don't think handicapped is
No,
the hand in handicap is
No, it
referring to
derives
hand.
from no. I looked this up before I said it. Derives from hand in cap.
I've heard that before, but I don't believe it. What's your source?
Yeah, that feels like a.
Feels like an Urban Dictionary kind of.
I was trying to think of it. Yeah, it sounds like an Urban Dictionary entry.
Give me a scholarly source.
Hold on.
Give me the Merriam-Webster for handicap.
Or the etymology online.
Give me the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Give me the Snopes.com.
What if the species only has hooves? Well, then you have forehoof and hindhoof. That's easy to say.
You have no idea
Yeah.
what brilliant plan
I think there's no. In the lineup
Business
we have
like
right now, there
show
are no
business.
characters that have hooves, are there? No
Is there
species is an ungulate.
ungulate?
No Pegasi.
No, there is. Somebody was trying to make a horse species called the Rowan, but they had hands or
Remind me-
whatever.
Remind me to just harass Greg about the hand stuff on the Discord.
You're a
Oh,
monster, Jonas.
Oh, okay.
He's the kind of person he will absolutely fight you on it. He will take the time out of his day to argue with you over it.
I don't actually want to do that, but I sort of do.
Jonas is like, I don't actually want to do that, except for the part where I do.
No, I'm going to save it for an HC panel. That's what I'm going to do. I'll disguise myself and be like, excuse me, Mr. Greg.
Jonas in a trench coat.
That's exactly what I was thinking. You just come in the trench coat and the mustache and the Groucho Marx glasses.
Absolutely. And and a fedora.
There's a good chance Greg is probably going to be at TFF next year, and he's probably going to try to do another panel, and it's then you can spring on him.
People would know that. People would
I-
know your size, though, Jonas. So you'd have to walk around on Stoker's shoulders with an extra large trench coat.
Yes, that's right. I am an 18-foot. Well, wait, how tall?
No,
are
we'd be like 11 or 12 feet tall if we did that.
I'm a normal 12-foot disguised human. Go about
I'm
your
just
business.
picturing that freaking bit from the Venture Brothers where Hank and Dean were like, Mecha Shiva! Mecha Shiva!
Oh.
And Greg's just like, gee, I wonder who those two could be. How you doing, Rick?
Hey, Sarah dying.
My second time I'm doing this fight.
It's fine, you got this. I have faith in you.
Oh, speaking of Greg, Jonas, I saw you were asking for a Haven Celestia creepypasta.
Oh yeah, and he did it. I was.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
I was thinking something for next October.
Yeah. Because he was just like, this is kind of weird. And I'm just like, it's 100% Jonas is asking you to write something for our Roo Croo streams.
No, I like what he's got going so far. Oh yeah, I look forward to it.
I haven't read it yet. I'm going to wait until the second part's out to read the whole thing.
This will do.
And no boxer, I use Wiktionary.
Well, there's your problem.
You know, the thing about Urban Dictionary is it's like there are very few objective definitions. Like you type in the name of any town with any significant population, and the definition will be like, I come from here and it sucks. Everybody, there's so much crime and drugs and blah blah blah. And then you look at the definition for the next town over, and it's like nothing happens there. It's always boring and full of boring preppies.
You know, I remember looking up my hometown on Urban Dictionary, and one of the top-rated definitions was like, "Don't spend more than 5 minutes here if you can help it."
Yeah, or occasionally you get ones that like inexplicably like get mad at the other definitions. Like, don't listen to those other guys. This place is great. The best drugs are here. You know.
See, I feel bad because I look up my hometown and it's just like, oh yeah, this is like one of the richest suburbs in the U.S. It's like, I'm not from a rich family.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? You are apparently from a rich suburb.
Apparently,
You know-
I'm from the medium part of the rich suburb. I know that like there's like 3 miles away from where I live, there's just like a whole giant collection of mansions. And it's like the CEO of JCPenney lives there, and the CEO of like Domino's or something lives there, all this kind of stuff.
No,
You
the
mean the
CEO of JCPenney, but the CEO of JCPenney better be careful with his spending these days. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, of course, when I lived there in the early 2000s, right? Like,
Yeah.
they were fine.
They were so fine.
I look at my hometown, and like 9 out of 10 definitions say it sucks, and I can't disagree because it's really gone to hell.
Nothing's been the same since they took out the Smachadoodle.
Yep. It's because I left. It got bad.
And then he killed me. Okay.
Oh,
fails me. This generator cost me only 999 mil.
there.
Can you believe it?
Anyway, you could get more party members.
Yeah, Tembo's mentioning how subs are pricey, and yeah, I've seen people, throw out like 10 subs to an audience, and it's just like, damn, bro. Hope that wasn't your paycheck,
I mean, it's like, these are the kind of
I mean, I
people
appreciate
that if
it.
they were a bit more, less well-meaning, they would go down to the strip club and throw that same money at the
That is true.
dancers there.
No, that is true. You have a point.
What's wrong with that?
I'm just saying, one's a little nicer than the other.
Stokes, have we ever known any strippers?
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember, don't you?
Yeah, no, it took me a second.
Yep.
I've never been to a strip club in my life.
Haven't heard from her in years, though.
Yeah. No, I've never been to one, and if I went to one, I'd probably be doing like life drawing. I'd be like,
I mean,
hold
good
still.
luck doing that with them in motion.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, hold that pose for about 30 seconds. Okay, thank you. Perfect.
She's like, I'm upside down. The oxygen, the blood is rushing to my head. Oh God. No, what was I thinking of? It's not coming to me. There was something on this topic that I was going to mention, and it's gone. It's not coming to my
Good,
head.
leave it. Don't walk away from this topic.
You're the one who brought it up.
Yeah, Miller. It's on you.
As an example of like a bad thing, not an example of we should talk about this.
Who made you the president of bad things?
I'm still looking at my.
I don't know why I said that in a Yoda voice.
The International Republic of Bad Things. They voted me in.
Oh, I can't stand those guys.
I'm still looking at compound words that have hand in them so I can like bother Greg with them.
You monster.
Like handmaids or, second hand or.
I think one story did have second paw.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Did any of them have retail?
Oh.
There was definitely 1 or 2 times I remember reading some of the side stories where they had something like that, and I'm just like, okay, you're forced to get a little.
Oh, handsome. That's a program. Can you be like, did they say possum?
Oh god.
I'll stop.
It sounds like something they would say on like Mau Mau. Possum job, Badgerclops.
Awesome.
Awesome job,
I
man.
love that though. I love that. That's very good.
I was gonna say that, but I've actually not been watching any of the Mau Mau with Rick streams. I find
I've
it
watched.
a little too kiddie for me.
Really?
Yeah. I watched like a couple scenes. I hear like 5 lines out of a doorbell, and I'm just like, nope, don't want it.
Just a Darbat specifically.
How dare you?
Honestly, a doorbell is
insult a
very annoying to
doorbell.
me. I do not like her.
Oh, Miller.
Oh! Take thy beak from out my heart.
She's so petty.
What if she was a bird, though? Would you like if she was a bird? Bitch, what?
No, I hate the characterization. I don't care what species she is.
All right.
They're all petty in the case.
You just hate.
Yeah, that's why they're so good to get the hot goss from.
So I didn't notice. I found it recently, but apparently the actors between Mau Mau and Andrew Claps are streamers. And the thing when they're doing the video game episodes, they're trying to say that's them in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonas. I think Jonas brought that up the other night,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yes, actually he did. I'm sorry.
It's no, it's okay. It's great.
This
Though.
fuck just says, what's wrong with kid stuff, Miller? I mean in that it's like, I don't know.
Uh-oh. The birds opened the can of worms.
Birds do that.
Excuse me while I get on this bike and pedal backwards.
Too late. Wait, clip it, boxer. No, don't. You don't have to actually clip it.
Oh, too late to clip it.
Hey, Miller,
Like
do me a
Miller,
favor
I
and
am not
say...
watching.
Do me a favor and say I don't hate kid stuff, but say it in such a way that's really easy for us to edit it into you saying I hate kid stuff.
I don't
Then,
hate Coolsville.
I'm the mayor of Coolsville.
And then Shout Hack Elder just says, "This is so cannot stand. I would trash this Miller Dirk."
Why are we being jerks tonight?
You say that as if our conversation tonight is fundamentally different from our conversation literally any other night.
This is a very punchy night, to be fair.
That's fair. I just have a lot of energy tonight, okay? I'm taking credit. It's probably because of Beverly.
Yeah, blame the
I also have a
bear.
lot of energy tonight. I'm gonna have 0 energy tomorrow.
Oh, you know what it is? I know why I have energy tonight. I actually slept.
Yeah, same.
Oh, funny that.
I was up early and then I was like, screw this. I don't have anything going on. And then I slept like 2 more
Oh,
hours.
Tempo, you missed a whole thing of this bear character from a Doujinshi game.
Whenever I think of the name Beverly, I think of Beverly Crusher.
That's not.
Yeah, that's what that
It's
card
the
does,
nature
too.
of the universe. The universe is a roughly spheroid region about 212 meters in diameter.
It's like saying the first time you ever
Think
heard
of that a
Barry.
lot,
Barry.
too.
It's like when you hear the first name of Barry, you think Barry Burke.
Barry. Who do I think of when I think of Barry?
I think of the old game.
No,
Grumps
Tempo, it's not
computer.
from this game. It was from a erotic dating game that Stoker was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Of course, I also keep
Yeah,
forgetting
that's
people-
literally it. That's literally it.
Of course, I keep forgetting the Flash, and that's
Oh, yeah,
still
Barry
a funny topic.
Barry
How come you
Allen.
gotta crawl around up here, but this guy gets to stand?
Oh, that's fair. That's
What's up with
actually
that?
I like how
fair.
Tempo's like, wait, what?
Yeah, I noticed that too. And
Look, Tempo, like I said, it's been a punchy night.
Let me find the Beverly link again. You're all right.
If there was ever a stream of ours that was gonna get banned, it's gonna be this one.
It's not gonna get banned. I've been worse than this.
then I'm like, at last, the COVID situation is over, and I am free.
Let me put it this way, Miller. I mean, you have a point, but at the same time, I look at stuff that other Twitch streamers will do. Okay, and I'm just like, well, they're still going.
Oh,
Apparently.
so you're saying we need to get West in a kiddie pool?
In a what?
Wes needs to be doing a swimming stream.
Oh, that was Raft.
Do you remember that?
Popularity power,
See that
Miller.
people
You
did
know
on
that.
Twitch where people were playing video games in a kiddie pool that was sitting in their like living room
Oh God.
because then they could technically be like in a bathing suit or whatever and do their titty stream.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Where like the female caster takes up like 80% of the view, and the game is like like 1/10 of the corner.
Welcome to our game stream. We know you're watching it for the articles.
Yeah, Twitch had to come down on that because like it was getting to be such a big deal. Honestly, there were more people like making fun of it, where it's just like people were just playing. It would be a normal guy, normally clothed, but in a kiddie pool in his like game setup room, just as like making a joke on it.
God. I can't even imagine doing a game with a cam on me. That would be a million times more self-conscious that way.
I'd have to put on pants, wouldn't I?
Well, I mean, not necessarily.
Maybe.
I mean, unless it's like a fisheye lens or something.
I'm not wearing pants.
Neither am I. I'm wearing shorts. I'm wearing camo shorts. Biatch!
Gee, what a surprise.
I don't know why I added that at the end. But,
It just
Oh
seemed
God,
appropriate.
Jonas, are you one of those people that you wear camo shorts or cargo shorts every time you go out?
Oh boy, is Jonas
Oh,
that
no.
kind of person?
Oh no, did I hit the nail square on the head?
Camo shorts, black t-shirts. Camo shorts, black t-shirts.
You're wrong. Sometimes also wear dark blue t-shirts.
Oh God.
But yes, the way you'll know me is because I'll be wearing camo shorts. That'll be the moment of confirmation.
Jeez, you just don't me.
The
just
moment of confirmation bias.
Look, you'll know me because I'm wearing jeans and then a t-shirt that has like an album cover of a band you've never heard of and never will.
You'll
like,
know me
Nirvana.
because you'll know me because I'll be hanging from the ceiling, being like, "Eek eek, I'm a bat."
Basically, in the summer I wear camo shorts and a black t-shirt. In the winter, I'm usually wearing like jeans and an orange parka and boots. I have like this amazing. I got it in Colorado. It's completely overkill here for Seattle, but it's still awesome. It's just like poofy, gigantic, like a Kenny parka. You've got a big.
I mean, Kenny does live in Colorado, so
yeah, that's true. I'll just tell people I killed Kenny and took his outfit.
that was one of the things when my ex and I were together. My ex was from Colorado, and South Park actually has a lot of in-jokes that you only would get if you grew up in Colorado.
Yeah.
And one of the things my ex enjoyed doing was explaining all of those to me.
It's like King of the Hill in Texas. It's just that's how it
Yeah,
is.
kind of, because King of the Hill is, I like to tell people, it's exaggerated, but not very much. Like, it's close. It's close to just being that.
Texas do be like that.
Texas do be like that, though. Man, I'm hungry again.
Yeah, me too.
You should come down to Texas. We'll go get some Whataburger.
I got Whataburger around the corner from me.
Texas
I have
is
been-
like King of the Hill. No, King of the Hill takes place in Texas, and it's very similar to how actual Texas life is.
Yeah, like, it's exaggerated for comedic effect, but only just.
Like the part in the beginning where the intro where the four of them are like standing around drinking beers, that actually happened in my neighborhood when I was growing up. Everyone would grab like a folding chair, bring it out to this one person's lawn who was slightly bigger than everyone else's, and they would just make a circle with the chairs and sit around and drink and talk.
Hang on a sec. Rick, are you still there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure which word.
You've been so quiet during our King of the Hill podcast.
Well, I didn't see anything happening on the game there.
Yeah, here's
Well, nothing is happening on the game right now.
That would be why we don't see it.
Yes, I believe Rick is AFK.
Oh, sorry.
Jonas, how could you?
Can't really call Rick is AFK.
Whataburger stopped selling bites. I am angry with them. I'm angry they stopped selling the breakfast burger. I absolutely love that goddamn thing. I would get hungry at like 3 a.m. and be like, oh god, what can I even go get? And I'm just like, Whataburger breakfast burger.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
no. You know, there were so many.
Give me a burger with bacon and egg and hash browns on it. Hash browns on the burger. Oh, it's so good.
There were so many times when I lived in the Bay Area where we would go for like 3 a.m. munchies, and it was always Jack. It was always Jack in the Box, and it was like the most nasty, like overstuffed, like baked potato, or like the waffle fries covered in chili or whatever. It was so bad. I feel so gross looking back on it.
Yeah, I'm happy that either I have options of 1, Whataburger, or 2, there's a place near me called Insomnia Cookies.
That's a good name.
They open at like 8 p.m. and they close at like 4 a.m. and they just sell freshly made cookies.
When I lived in San Jose, there was a place called La Victoria that had this it was it was pretty standard Mexican stuff, but they'd be open till like 3 a.m. to cater to the club crowd, and they had like this orange sauce that was I don't know what it was in it, but it was really good.
Hey, what about what was the name of that drive-through that I liked when I lived in Alberto's?
Yeah, Alberto's. Yeah.
Yeah, when I needed 2 a.m. taquitos.
Yeah. I didn't really like the place.
Yeah, well, you shut up your face.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was...
it was... This is the thing, Jonas. It was there.
Yeah, it was like...
And it was open.
California burritos are like the size of bricks. I don't know if that's a thing elsewhere, but it's definitely a California thing.
I mean, it's a thing anytime you go to Chipotle, so...
Yeah. And, it's just...
It's mixed down here, because it's like if you get if you run into like an actual Mexican place, the burritos they give you are not that big, but they'll give you like 5 of them.
Yeah.
But if you go to some place that is inspired by Chipotle or is a Chipotle, then yeah, they'll give you the brick burritos.
Yeah. And
Burrito.
This place, one thing of sauce is not enough for a burrito that size. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we'd go to that place like after midnight, and it would just be it would be good, but at the same time, it'd be kind of awful. Like, you ever had that? It's like a good, bad restaurant?
I mean, isn't that most places that are open that late? Isn't that arguably Denny's?
I think most of the local Chinese places I've ever known are like that. It's just like, oh, this is so good. Oh, I can feel my heart stopping for the end of the day. Oh, God.
God, there was one place in Long Beach that I and my then boyfriend went to right before an Orbital concert, which gives you a sense of when I'm talking about, like 2000s. And it was a Chinese place in one of those malls where there's no other restaurants in the food court except for one Mexican place, and everything else has just been shut down. And I got I forget, it was I tried to describe it. It was like chunks of meat and red sauce, and
There's the bell.
It was indescribable.
Yeah, well, it kind of it wasn't any dish I could identify. I just pointed at it and got it, and it was just...
That good, huh?
Well, we didn't have that many options because, we didn't want to drive far away from where the concert was being held. This was on a Sunday. God, good times.
What a time to be alive.
Wasn't it, though?
No, it wasn't.
Be at peace.
I was dead. For tax purposes.
Yeah. So, what's your like comfort food as far as like going out?
Are you asking everyone in general?
Everyone, chat in the call, whatever. You know, like
Chicken
what's...
quesadilla.
Oh,
Ooh, that's pretty good. Is there any place in particular you like it from? Like, who's got the best chicken quesadilla in your?
The ones I make.
Nice. Yeah. There you go. Mine is definitely wings. Just
Wings
like,
isn't a bad
like,
answer.
Like hot wings. Just give me the hot wings. Give me like the death wings.
But there's a place near me called Fuzzy's Tacos that.
Fuzzies. I've had them before.
I don't want fuzzy tacos.
No comment.
They make a pretty okay quesadilla.
Okay, Sadia.
What about you? Like
The cheese is a lot more greasy though, so it's like eh.
Pizza and let me see. Basically, pepper and cheese pizza and there's a lot really, but basically it's mostly pizza though. When it comes to pleasure foods for me.
Nice.
Not a bad choice. You could do significantly worse than to eat sa pizza.
Subways. There we go. There's another one. Black Forest ham.
Dang it, why are we talking about this when I'm hungry?
Yeah, that's probably... We should...
I'm sitting here quietly starving to death,
Yeah.
and all of y'all are like, oh, if only I could have this one specific cheese tortellini at this place that's only open between the blink of your left eye and your right eye in Cincinnati on leap years.
If it was Cincinnati, it'd probably be hot dogs with cheese on them. Or spaghetti.
If it was
with
Cincinnati,
chili.
I was about to say it'd be Skyline.
Skyline.
Something I gotta.
You don't like Skyline?
No.
My mother grew up in Ohio and she loves it. Literally, we went back there to visit family and she brought back like 10 cans of Skyline with her home.
I'm sorry. I know it's blasphemy to anyone from Ohio, but I don't really like Skyline. I'm sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm telling Ohio on you. Sorry, go on, GC.
I was gonna say about veggies. Have you ever not like a veggie, but just recently started eating certain type of veggies like peas, corn, or something like that?
Brussels sprouts. I used to be like, yeah, Brussels sprouts are gross. And then I had people who actually made good Brussels sprouts. And I'm like, oh, I like Brussels sprouts now.
Knowing how to cook them is an amazing difference, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Turns out if you do anything other than just boiling them.
I never had good good asparagus until I was an adult. Mom usually steamed it, and it wasn't that good.
Ooh, see, I make asparagus on the stove.
Yeah.
Butter and some lemon pepper. You get just a little bit of char.
Yeah.
And then
Just
right after they get color, then you put a little bit of water in the pan and put a lid on to let them steam and soften up.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Listen to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Is there a specific veggie for you, GC, that you...
At the moment, corn.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know how it happened, but I just started loving corn recently.
Corn's good.
Corn's delicious. And peas.
Another one for me is green beans. You know, in every instance where I had green beans as a kid, they were either steamed or they were like boiled in the cafeteria, and it was horrid. And like when you throw them in a pan, butter and a little garlic. Come on.
You want to know something weird with me and green beans?
What's that?
I like them with brown gravy.
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 At the moment, I can only have butter on them. Grease or not grease. Gravy.
Gravy.
Parents are into gravy. I'm not a gravy person. Really, am not.
That's fair. Olive oil's pretty good with gravy. Olive oil's pretty good with green beans too. Olive oil like some herbs. I'm so hungry now.
Yeah, same.
Georgia, you're like my family. They love gravy.
Gravy.
I'm the odd one.
You're the anti-gravite.
I like gravy on like turkey or chicken, definitely.
What about mashed potatoes?
Oh, they love the mashed potatoes.
That was definitely a little raccoony chuckle you just did there.
Kick over your garbage.
I will do no such thing.
I'm glad I got into peas and corn. I really need to get some veggies in here. Carrots was not doing this.
You know, I like pea soup. There's a place in like one of the boring parts of California, like one of the nowhere parts that nobody ever hears about because they think the whole state is San Francisco and LA.
It isn't. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, there's this place. It's like Buellton or something where you've got Anderson's pea soup, which is like literally like there's nothing there but the pea soup, the pea soup restaurant. It's just like, you know, the Central Valley extending for miles in either direction, and there's a pea soup place, and like it's really incredibly good pea soup. And that was one of the highlights when we did the I-5 trip.
It won't fit.
We should probably stop talking about.
So
food.
this is a storehouse right here that I visited several times.
Yeah.
Go on.
There, the key. That's the one that I wanted.
Seems arbitrary. Maybe even moon-like.
Maybe it's some RNG stuff or something.
It's not RNG.
No? Alright.
Why would that be RNG?
I don't know.
No.
You're just saying words if you don't know.
Joan is like, they spawned a door on it, that's RNG.
If you really think about it, though, if you think about it,
Tend to not. It's just gonna be better if I don't.
that's fair.
I admit, though,
Reminds me of that one. I like that one chicken nugget cartoon where Cheeseburger is being like, "Hey, chicken, do you ever think?" And he's like, "No." And that's the entire exchange.
Which one is cheeseburger?
The cat with the
Oh,
cheeseburger hat.
yeah. That makes sense.
The one who wears the cheeseburger on her head. That's Cheeseburger.
The only one I know the little demon bunny thing.
Yeah, that's Ice Cream.
Ice cream.
I love him. Them, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then Ice Cream's partner, the Magic Wish Dragon.
Oh yeah, the dragon. French
that's
fly.
French
French
yeah, it's
fly,
not
yeah.
French fry, it's French fly. French fly. And then the little red panda kid is Sody Pop. And the nerdy cosplay artist otaku fox is Slushy.
How dare they have such cute names?
And the kinky sheep who dresses up like a wolf is Coffee.
I love her, but they need to do more with her.
What are you talking about? Like she's been in a bunch of them.
They need to do more with her anyway.
I mean, yes, fair. Who am I missing? There's an annoying squirrel character who doesn't show up very much, and nobody cares about him. And not because he's a squirrel. He's literally a character who's meant specifically to be a jerk. I'm not trying to diss here or anything.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, you are. You're being absolutely rude to squirrels everywhere. How dare you not love every single squirrel that has ever existed anytime ever?
Who else? I know there's got to be someone else. I feel like I'm... What chicken nugget characters am I forgetting? Everyone tell me. Vote now on your phones.
Sorry, I don't know. I can't vote. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You can vote in Canada. You're just not registered to vote for this in America.
Okay. The lies got the drop on you, Mr. Griffin. Man, this battle right here in context makes it look like they evolved their logs to be ninjas.
That's a ninja trope. The whole like log replacement thing.
Yes, but here they make it look like the logs ninja you.
Substitution.
I don't even know where I am in this place.
Yeah, this place is huge. I've been watching it. I lost track a couple of times.
I never gained track.
Yeah, I mean, it's specifically supposed to be a maze, and boy, how does it work.
Anybody excited for the Tiny Toons remake?
Okay, I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Okay, let's not then.
Oh no!
But no. The can of worms has been opened.
No.
No.
Oh.
We can't put Gozer back in that Gozeria.
Yes, let's put it back in then.
Nope. Okay.
Sure, you really want? I'll get that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going for it. So,
There's the
I am. First of all, I'm gonna say I am looking forward to it. I'm not. This isn't gonna be like crusty old fan complaining about the new thing.
Go on.
However, a recent piece of news about this remake, this reboot, has dropped.
same for you.
That is how to put this?
Troublesome, to say the least. Problematic.
Yeah, this is
Problematic. Yeah,
this
that's
is
the word, right?
something that seems like it was scientifically devised in a laboratory specifically to piss off the fans of the original cartoon.
I think
We're talking about, like, think about the Sonic fandom's reaction when they first saw the Sonic the Hedgehog model in the first teaser trailer for the movie, the first movie. That's kind of akin to the reaction that the Tiny Toons fandom, which still exists and is very rabid, has had to one little piece of information that was dropped in a tweet.
Yes.
The information is
I go on.
Yes, Joker.
that in the new version of Tiny Toons, Buster Bunny and Babs Bunny are now siblings.
Hey, where's my butcher knife? Let's go. Let's go.
Specifically.
Yes, twin brother and sister. This, despite the fact that their number one running gag in the original cartoon was that they would say, "I'm Buster Bunny, I'm Babs Bunny," and together
No,
they'd be like,
really?
"No relation." And there were multiple episodes that ship teased them, including one entire episode about Buster going on his first real date with Babs.
Didn't they go to prom or something?
Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
yeah, there was a bunch of stuff, and like you can find all kinds of clips from the show of them like smooching on each other. Like their relationship varied from episode to episode, honestly, because everything about the characters varied from episode to episode. But oh my gosh, has this made people mad?
Oh, Joker? I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm one of them.
Yeah, it's. Some people are just now hearing this for the first time
Okay.
in the chat. Yeah, this is one of the things I'm not upset about it. I mean, I think it's a remarkably stupid decision. Like, this is one of those things where it feels like I said, they are literally just drumming up controversy for no reason. They did not have to do this, but they woke up and they chose violence. And like it just, I don't understand the rationale behind the choice, is what it is. It's such a weird thing to do when you know how ship-happy fandoms are And this has been such a long established ship for so long, and then you're gonna come in and sneak in a backdoor Luke and Leia thing on them?
Well, I am no match.
Ah, yes.
Like, I feel like the only way they could potentially salvage this is to be like, okay, well, they're not like blood siblings, like their parents got married or something like that, but that's still gonna make it a little weird for people.
Yes.
But it's clear.
And then for other people, they're more into it now, but you know, that's the internet.
Like, I looked at the new promo art that dropped, and they changed a couple things. Like,
yeah, well, surely the loon has been redesigned a bit, but like she was kind of a dated reference to begin with.
Yeah, and Fifi looks a little different too. And
yeah, Fifi has a shirt, still no pants. I appreciate that look.
if I had to guess, it's it's executive meddling. Like there were some execs who were like, oh, this works better with such and such focus group, and the team was like, we don't want to do that, and the execs were like, yeah, guess what?
I think they're trying to tone it
Honestly,
down.
my impression of it is that it was just somebody made a knee-jerk reaction. Like, it literally does not come up in the show at all. Somebody said a thing in a tweet, and then they're just like, well, fuck, I said too much and had too much authority and too little thought.
It's possible, because that tweet has been deleted. I'll say that much.
Has it?
So maybe,
really?
Yeah, because of the sheer, like, you want to talk about, it's one of those things that got ratioed to hell and back. Like I
didn't
said,
know that.
people got mad about this.
Let the lightning of
They
like-
made noise.
No joke, no kidding. This is actually a legit fandom controversy a brewing. So what I would expect to see is either I expect to see one of these things happen. I expect to see somebody walking it back or saying no, that's not the situation, or like, man, I don't know if. I don't want to say another Sonic redesign thing will happen.
They can't. I mean, it's a plot point. I mean,
how do we know how much of a plot point it is? Like, nobody's seen any of this thing yet.
All right. I mean,
Well, we don't know until it comes out, but still, that's not
this is
something.
the kind of thing that could potentially be fixed in ADR if you wanted to change it.
God.
I mean, I think they'll try. I think they'll try to fix it. I hope so. But at the same time, I hope so. That's the key word.
I mean,
I just all I know is
it might be
all I know
another.
is this is like the fandom equivalent of just like coming out and dropping a nuke directly on your shipping discourse.
I'll be.
Would you?
Go ahead, Sergeant Z. Go ahead.
This would be. Would you say this is the equivalent of what they did with Sonic, with the movie? I don't know.
I've gotten used to reboots, being half-assed, like getting it wrong, and that's okay. I mean, it doesn't. Some people will be like, this ruined the original for me, and I'm like, okay, but the original's still there. It's like
That's very true.
You don't have to like it. They're not retroactively changing old episodes. It's
Except for those times where they do retroactively change it.
Well, I mean George Lucas, but I mean whatever.
George Lucas is an outlier and shouldn't have been counted.
George Lucas and Harry Potter author
J.K. Rowling.
She shouldn't be counted for a number of reasons. Least of which is her weird retcons. Do you know Voldemort's snake is actually a person? Anyway, no, it's I don't. I'm kind of watching this unfold with a sense of chaotic amusement. Even while, as I say, I understand why this upsets people. I really do. There's some fandom wank that I find inherently ridiculous, and I'm like, why would anyone care about that? I understand why people care about this.
You gotta let go eventually, though, because sooner or later, like, okay, Jared Leto Joker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the whole thought?
Well, I mean, like, if you can get irritated at that, at his horrible, portrayal, or you can just be like, shrug. I mean, it's sooner or later there's going to be a reboot that you won't like. That's just the nature of the beast. You know what I mean?
That was the nature of the beast. The beast from X-Men.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just
I'll cut you down all the same.
I still can't get over it. Every time I think about it, it's just like I feel like I know they didn't do it intentionally to make people mad, but it still feels like Eris walking into the gathering of the Greek gods with the golden apple and just like tossing it in her hand like
Okay, do you remember when like the 2000s era CGI Chipmunk movies came out?
I mean, yeah, I was working at a movie theater for one of them. I forget which one.
I got a little ass hurt about those because I hated the designs. But eventually I was just like, you know what? The 80s ones are still there. I can still go back and have my best memories. And and it doesn't, I only need, there's no point in getting butthurt about it. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, but again, when you have it with a pair of characters who had the relationship dynamic that they did, it does throw a certain air of weirdness over everything.
I'm assuming it's either because I'm just guessing here. The producers either didn't want them specifically to be a thing anymore, so they don't have to deal with writing that, or they're gonna have them seeing other people.
I mean, yeah, that's entirely possible, but I mean, it feels like there were much less clumsy ways to go about this.
Yeah,
probably that though. But they also saw other people. It wasn't just like Buster Babs on.
Yeah,
the
like they were never like a fully exclusive thing. I mean, like I said, it was almost more of a ship tease than it was like a full on shipping thing in the original cartoon. Like some episodes, they did seem to have an almost sibling dynamic. Sometimes they were besties, and other times they were like smooching and melting into gooey cartoon hearts at each other. I mean, it varied, is what I'm saying.
It was a gag, really, but it was a fun gag because they knew what they were like. They knew that people were going to go nuts about it. So why not?
Even that far back, they knew people were into like the whole like, oh, they're a couple thing, like
Babs practically said on television screen. She even said, "Hey guys, it's time for the first kiss."
Oh yeah, I remember that. They were making out, and Babs is like, "Sorry, this is private." And then
and then she pulled the. I'd
shutter.
forgotten about that. Dang, that was downright scandalous.
Yeah, but Babs knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. It was hilarious. I loved it.
God.
It was funny.
The one thing I have to say is if they're going to commit to this canon, they have to lampshade it. God. Like, they have to. If they don't, then I don't even know what they're doing with their lives.
I'm in a very different position at this age. It's kind of like nowadays.
I have yet to thank my host for his.
I'm not that committed to the story with these shows. I mean,
you're like, I'm more interested in the stories of the behind the scenes people.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like there's a fascinating amount of craft that goes into these, and it's like you're not aware of it as a kid. You're just thinking about like, wow, this is this neat world I want to escape in. But nowadays, it's like you've got folks, creative types on Twitter, and you can be like, tell me more about this. Tell me about this. Show me, can you share some concept stuff like that? I find that stuff really interesting because there's a whole process that goes into this stuff. I mean, we've known a few folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We know some people who are working on this reboot that couldn't say anything about this until recently.
God, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Good times.
It's oh man. honestly, the main thing I wanted Fifi to be in this, and she is, so I'm happy with that. Like, I was afraid that, I was a little bit afraid that considering how, people are re-examining Pepe Le Pew, that Fifi might get the axe for being, you know, a Pepe XP.
A Pepe XP.
And, like, I mean, I don't care what happens with Pepe Le Pew, but Fifi has never done anything wrong ever in her entire life.
Apparently, they also included Elmira after saying they wouldn't or something.
Yes, Elmira is in one of the posters. I noticed her and Monty lurking in the shadows immediately. So
I'm glad Monty's there, though. He was.
Yeah, everybody loves Monty, but like, I feel like I don't know what they're doing over there. They're just have we returned to the era of cocaine executives? Is that what's going on?
I like how you say that like it never stopped. I mean,
didn't it like at least like sort of die down a little bit?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, yeah.
Tough one to answer, but yeah.
Come on, Jonas. Aren't you a cocaine executive?
That's true. Well, you know. No, it's calcium.
I'm snorting calcium powder. That's much healthier. Yeah, Pepe can be kind of hot sometimes. It depends on who's drawing him.
I guess. I guess. I suppose.
Well, I'm just responding to the chat. Someone said Pepe because it could be kind of hot, and I'm like, yeah, it could be kind of hot.
I'm trying to think of
Everyone said that Yova does Pepe. It's kind of cute.
Let me think. Are there any? I mean, oh, Lola was kind of hot.
Okay, but I always have to bring up that Lola,
I know,
Fifi, and Sally Acorn were all voiced by Katsusi because I feel like this is a conspiracy. Like, no one woman should have all that power.
All right, well, if here, she also voiced Little Sneezer, so there you go. There,
okay,
did I kill it?
Yeah, well, I'm sure, well...
no, God, no!
I was gonna say, like...
Oh,
no, not for me, but I'm saying you're talking about a character who canonically always wore a diaper, so I know that definitely did something to someone.
Moving right along,
It wasn't me, but it did something to someone.
I regret everything now.
Yeah, you're the one who brought it up!
So, how you doing,
every cat change his mind.
It's almost midnight anyway.
Lara Jomo even voices great. Changed my mind.
You know, I've often wondered, like, would Grape have a specifically feminine sounding voice, or would she just sound sort of like neutral?
Very neutral. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, she sounds kind of androgynous.
Huh.
She would sound more like a BMS, but at the same time, you couldn't
to
tell
make
she would.
Literally the first arc of House Pets make any sense, Grape has to be androgynous.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Well, not necessarily, but at the same time, I like to see that in there anyway. Like it would. Yeah, it would. How do I say it? I'm not saying that Peanut couldn't tell the difference, but I'm saying that it would be funny.
I mean,
if,
he literally couldn't. That was the first arc.
I know, but I just like the idea that Grape, like everybody knew just from the sound of her voice, but Peter's like, how come I didn't know it? But then you have Max, that's the same problem too.
To be fair, Peanut is a sweet boy, but he does have the IQ of freshly mown grass, so...
Peanut's not dumb. He's just sort of...
He's a himbo.
Yeah, he just basically...
He's not socially clued in.
He's a himbo. Hey, Rick, is Peanut a himbo?
I don't think he's, broad of chest enough to be a himbo.
Okay, he's a himbet.
Okay, now Mungo is a himbo.
Okay, Mungo is definitely
Mungo's like the himbo.
I said hippo! I meant to say himbo!
Monster. How could you say that about Mungo?
I'm listening to this. Alyssa's
I'm
like, huh?
sorry, Mungo.
Mungo's your hungo.
Oh, hey, Ivy Trellis. I recognize that name. But, God, we have gone some places in this chat tonight, haven't we?
Yeah,
That's what happens when we're not engaged by the audio.
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's still entertaining. It's entertaining to me, and ultimately, isn't that what matters? Oh,
Sorry.
That was entertaining.
see, GC agrees with me. GC's
that
the
was
salad,
like,
bro.
Yes, indeed.
This body of mine
I'm at the base
still
to eat salad,
raring
bro.
to go.
It's true.
Just you.
Be at peace.
You're
Take
victorious.
what is given. Nothing else.
Oh, nice. That's the boss you're
Well
having trouble
done.
with, huh? I just noticed, you know, I never noticed that you had a prisoner fight with you. Oh.
My clocks won't stop spinning.
Oh, man. Have I mentioned lately that I'm hungry?
Tilly, please.
A little bit. I'm sure it's not that bothering of you.
I'm def having a snack after this.
Snack attack.
Yeah,
The wreck attack of snack.
that's right. Did you forget it?
Iraq, he attack, but most of all, he snack.
Snack.
There's a small slot here.
Oh, wait, you just saved it, right? We just passed midnight.
Oh, so we did.
Should I oblige this thing?
In Soviet Russia, midnight.
Can't believe you talked about the Buster and Babs thing. I'm so.
Listen, I didn't bring up the
I
topic
did.
of Tiny Toons.
I
GC is the one who opened that particular Pandora's box.
I wasn't sure if it was a thing we should talk about, but to be honest, I figured why not?
No, the people need to know.
Yeah.
The people need to know about the romantic relationships of the cartoon rabbits.
That'll be flooded with blue and pink dynamite or something.
Yeah.
Or if not the relationships of cartoon rabbits, what have we to focus on? Surely there's
All
nothing
we have
else.
left is the folly of man.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
I mean,
And
Tiny Toons is classic.
which history shows again and again how nature points out. But
Go Godzilla!
I don't know why I chose to sing it that way. That is not how Blue Oyster Cult did it.
Now I'm listening to that. Thanks, Docker.
You're welcome.
Everybody's childhood, I'm sorry. I brought up an interesting conversation. I didn't know if it was good or bad, but at the same time, I felt like it had to be known.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... I mean, Tiny Toons was one of those formative shows for me. Like,
Yeah.
I know I credit Sonic the Hedgehog and Princess Alley as the main thing that influenced me in this direction, but I'm pretty sure that it was Tiny Toons when I first had, like, the fully formed thought that was like, man, it'd rule to be a cartoon animal.
Tiny Toons had some incredibly good writing on some episodes.
It was very hit or miss. The good episodes were really, really good. And huh?
Talking about the game, you know, the thing that we're here for.
Oh,
Sorry, Rick.
is there a game going on?
There is. I've been watching it, but at the same time, I'm just like, the conversation.
When Tiny Toons writing was on, it was really, really on, and when it was off, it was really, really off.
Yeah.
I honestly still have fonder memories of it than Animaniacs, I have to admit, and I know that's sacrilege to some people. But you know what?
Sacrilege.
It's
Not
all
afraid of
good.
a little I'm not afraid of a little casual blasphemy. Casphemy, if you will.
Yes, JD will brought up the episode where Foul Malfoy, the XP of Foul,
Foulmouth?
Yes.
Yeah, of Foghorn, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was cursing constantly, and they were. I'm a little surprised in retrospect that episode made it to air.
And at the end of the episode, Buster of all people does it too, and then he gets chased by the censor police, I think it was.
I mean, no, he made a robot. They made a robot to try to get Foulmouth to stop cursing, and his profanity broke it, and then it came after Buster in the end.
Look, they did a farting episode. They did this. There was a summer special where Buster and Vouch were stuck in the stereotypical South, and the crocodile wanted Buster to marry Boulder's daughters. Do you remember this? This happened.
Yes, I remember it. Because Buster said, that's bigamy! That's how I learned the word bigamy as a kid, and the alligator was like, no, that's bigamy!
That was in a Tiny Toons episode. Let that sink in for a minute.
It was the same one where, it was the same special where Plucky was riding to the theme park with Hampton's family, and they picked up the serial killer hitchhiker.
That one I'll never forget. But the big
hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Rick, are we seriously getting too far off topic?
No, it's fine.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were sincerely annoyed or.
You know what? You're right. Wow.
Anyway.
No, no, but really the one that I think about the most in terms of the what the fuckness of it is just one beer. The anti-underage drinking PSA.
Never seen it here, but saw it on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's because the whole thing is I think it was one of those things where they were legally obliged to have a certain amount of it's something where they were forced to do it. I know that the
90s, you know.
Yeah, I know that the showrunners weren't super into it because they were like, this makes no sense. This is dumb.
I mean, that wasn't that far removed. I mean, that wasn't that long after Nancy Reagan's war on drugs. So
yeah. But so they did an episode where Buster, Plucky, and Hampton get drunk and drive a car off a cliff and die. But they lampshaded. They lampshaded by it's just one beer that instantly gets them drunk.
They had to lampshade, otherwise it would have traumatized all of Gen X.
And they begin with Buster getting the beer. Yeah, they're opening the fridge and Buster's grabbing the beer and Hampton's like, Buster, this is really not like you. And Buster's like, yeah, I know, but today we're demonstrating the evils of alcohol.
God.
And then at the end, after they die and They go up to heaven with their little halos and everything. It pulls back and they're just wearing costumes in the studio. And they're just taking the costumes off as they walk off the set. And they're like, great, now let's hope they never make us do something like that again.
It's like Cartoon All-Stars level cringe. There were other instances of that where they just hammered the morals over your head. Not in Tiny Toons, but in other shows, and I just
yeah.
I always remember as a kid, the thing about Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue that so many people forget is that when they were originally announcing that it was airing, they were doing the promos and everything, they did not tell you it was an anti-drug special.
Yeah.
They just told you that it was all your favorite cartoon characters together in 1.5 hour thing.
Yeah. Anyway, Rick's about to wrap it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Rick?
I didn't realize how long that stage was, though. Holy moly.
Yeah, this
I did spend an hour trying to find a key.
Ugh.
Then I looked in the walkthrough, and the walkthrough is extremely dense and difficult to read. So,
Old school gaming.
yeah.
I also know you started killing because after trying to be self for so long, I said, "Aw." But yeah, this is a longer stage than I expected. Oh boy. I wonder how long it's going to
The
be.
walkthrough is roof-proof. Roof. Roof-proof. Roof-proof.
We're on the roof.
Don't go on the roof. You're not safe up there, Buster. No, I need to have this episode where I show the moral perils of walking on the roof.
Walking on the roof.
Everybody remember that one Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic Says that was telling kids not to climb into dryers?
Good times. All right.
Good times.
Sure enough, that could probably be a repeat. But anyway,
Thanks
yeah.
everyone for coming out and listening to our podcast that had a video game in the background.
Yes, thank you for coming to our Tiny Toon Adventures podcast.
I'm sorry, Rick.
Don't drink and drive, and don't climb into any dryers.
It's only 20 minutes, guys. Come on.
Don't run around the roof.
All right.
And Babs and Buster, still no relation.
I want that to be canon.
God. All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.